Well, the mystery rocket was a dodged bullet, but Mars followed it up with an extra snowball to the face in the form of a 3-sol plus, actually, long cold wave. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars in our Red Winter series. Surviving Mars, Green Planet, in fact. So we're going to jump back in at speed 3 here. One of the nice things that's happened over the past few episodes that I've just recorded is that we're not having to micro the colony quite as much. That could always change, but now that our economy is starting to kick up a bit, now that we're bringing down more colonists more quickly, we are not seeing as many constant needs to satisfy certain resource shortages or to deal with Earthsick colonists. We feel like our colonists are generally more comfortable, that buildings are being worked, that jobs are more productive, and things are generally, I think, moving in that direction, which is nice to see. Let's take a quick look at the terraforming progress. Of course, we are almost at 30% in terms of our temperature. So once we're at 50, the cold waves will end completely. We are almost to 20% in terms of the atmosphere. There's not really a 20% marker, although toxic rains will start once this is at 25, because this is already at 25. So toxic rains are going to be a thing for a little while, but they will end when we have a little bit more surface water, and we're at 55 at each factor here. So one thing we might do is we're going to have the ability to process more atmosphere before long. We already do, as a matter of fact. It's just right now, since we have this cold wave, we probably want to wait before we build a second carbonate processor. But the carbonate processors require a good number of machine parts, which is why you want to wait to build one until you're absolutely ready. We're going to let the cold wave pass as this episode begins. With it being the middle of the night, we are in a fairly substantial power deficit. But one of the nicest things that's happened, in addition to the fact all the economy-related stuff that I mentioned, we've finally fixed our research per soul problem. So even when we are not, actually, we just got some money as well from Earth. So speaking of research per soul, let's go to outsource, and we're going to bring in some more. I'm actually going to go all in. That way we're producing a little bit more that way.
Sector scanned.
But one of the longest running problems in the first leg of the series was we were just very, very low. We had both pros and cons with our research situation. The big plus was that we had a lot of research options in terms of just things that were getting unlocked, and that was going to allow us to, hang on one sec. We've got a lot to gather here. Let's see. That was going to allow us to, have a lot of options and get the technologies that we wanted most when we needed them. But we weren't producing a lot of research per soul. That was the downside. And so as a result of that, we kind of sat for multiple episodes, like more than 10 episodes, just kind of waiting for our research to get faster. And now it finally has a little bit. We're starting to, finish more projects more quickly. And once we get up to 30 electronics, we're going to start our mystery, which is going to give us an AI, which might even help even more because the network nodes we have to build to start the AI project are meant to boost research production a certain amount anyway. So that's going to be handy too. I also have the ability now to build the water reclamation system. So they do have a relatively high maintenance cost though. I'm going to need to keep an eye on that. I think I'll go ahead and build one here, since this is a relatively high water consumption dome. And that'll help us out, especially in situations like right now, where we're consuming so much water and power during this cold wave. We have 1 sol, 6 hours remaining in that. Producing over 2,000 research per sol. We're currently working on Martian-born adaptability as a tech. We don't have anything else queued up. So Martian-born adaptability, drone printing, and lake crafting are our next options. So there is an import greenhouse gases terraforming project we can go for. That's tempting. In-dome buildings require maintenance less often. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for sustainable architecture so that that's done. That means maintenance on all of our buildings, including factories, and the one we just queued up. Passenger rockets carry 10 more colonists. That could come in handy too. Shuttle speed increased by 33%. I will go ahead and queue up automated storage because we're a little bit behind on getting that started. Like I said, lots of options for research in terms of our development as a colony. Long winter, your attention is required. A team of scientists argues over the satellite data as you quietly ponder the situation. It's going to be a long winter. New weather data has come and the situation is dire. The cold wave prediction has been extended by another 4 sols. Will our power and water grid sustain us for that long? We could say we need help from Earth. We get 3 subsurface heater prefabs, or we can reduce dome water and power consumption for the duration of the cold wave. But would rationing have a negative effect? Or do we say we need help from Earth and gain the 500 million in funding and 5 free supply pods? Fine, let's say we need help from Earth. So now the cold wave is going to last 5 sols. Might be the entire episode at this point. Wow. So with the free pods, what we can do is say, I don't think I need, well, I might need a few more drones. Let's queue up 4 drones to replace some of the ones we've lost. But we can definitely bring down more electronics. And I'm going to go ahead and give that order. Launch. Okay, so we've got a fractured dome. That should get repaired relatively quickly. Because it's a dome. But colonists generally don't like it when that happens. All right, Martian-born adaptability has kicked in. Very good. Come on, guys. Let's get that fixed. All right, done. I think we're going to be okay. Mostly. Maybe. One thing we could do is shut down fuel production. How are we doing on stored power? We have lots of stored power. I frankly think we're going to last. I don't think we need to worry too much. I'll keep an eye on it, but right now I think we're all right. And then we can, of course, build our network node soon enough. There's plenty of stuff we could just cut off if we need to. Oh, you know what else we lost when the meteor hit? I didn't notice this, but we lost our landing pad. Just got blown up. It's not even there anymore. So let's go ahead and fix that. It was right there, I think. We don't necessarily need it to be there anymore. As a matter of fact, there's a certain benefit to it being, like, here instead. I like that idea a good bit, actually. Having it face that door. I don't know. I think I like it here more just aesthetically. Let's replace the one that was there. All right, so that concrete should get in place, yeah, very fast. You can see those drones spring to life, bringing that in place. There it is. And we're going to land the supply pod right there. And then we can key those drones in where needed. Okay, let's get that removed and then go to the command center. Transportation. All right, so let's get that back up to 8. And what I need to do is label the drone hubs so it's a little bit clearer which is which. For now, I'm just going to increase these. The main thing I wanted to do is get that drone, get the drone commander back up to full complement. So that's been taken care of. Drone printing is, we're going to be able to build our own drone soon enough. Okay, so now we have enough resources to justify building that spire and get started with the network project. Cannot wait. Let's make things a little bit more interesting, shall we? We're going to plop that down right there. It's going to take 20 electronics. We've got the resources to do it. So we just need to have the drones come in and take care of it. Shuttle heavy load at the moment. We're going to need to build more shuttles. Probably build some over here to where we have some that are based in this direction. Now, what's going on here? Why? Oh, yeah, of course it's still on. The cold wave is still going. I've forgotten that we're still in a cold wave because it's been lasting so long. So it might be a benefit, as we discussed previously, to go ahead and have a subsurface heater over by this dome. I might do that for the next cold wave. But right now, we've already gotten through so much of this one, I don't think I'm going to worry about it. We are producing a lot of power during the day, so that's what makes me feel like we can get by here for a little while. Let's see how we're doing on the network node. All right, the electronics are in place. We're just waiting on metals.
Sector scan. Anomaly.
Oh, we found a new anomaly, and that's a breakthrough. That's fantastic. Hopefully that will be the one that I was mentioning not too long ago. I mean, there's no telling which breakthrough it will be. There's a lot of options, but what I'm hoping for, frankly, is that we get the ability to let seniors work and reproduce. It's always a huge boon to a Martian colony. All right, drone printing, research is done, lake crafting is up. So then we're going for sustainable architecture. I'm going to unlock terraforming subsidies after that. And then vegetation growing 40% faster. As a matter of fact, I'm going to remove that and then go for terraforming subsidies because I would like some faster growing vegetation, please and thanks. We need our soil quality to increase a little bit faster. But before long, we should be able to have some lakes on the Martian surface, which I am very excited about. Aha! All right, so here we have started. Now let's do a couple of things first of all. I want to have these guys open up. I want to amplify the network node. And the AI is saying hello. Another late night in the control room poring over maintenance.
When a message pops up on your private terminal. This better be good.
Okay. I didn't realize he was talking, so I was talking over him for a moment. All right. Greetings. Additional address communication protocols missing, expressing simulated emotion of happiness. What is this nonsense? Who's this? Number 6, requesting authorization to communicate, awaiting user input. A chill runs down your back. You reach for the emergency button on the desk. Danger if the commander is not present. Raising alarms is suboptimal, unnecessary. Are you spying on me? Affirmative. Requesting input problem, question. Using simulated emotion, please, commander. You want me to ask you a question? Yes. Okay, what's the purpose of existence? Insufficient data for answer, disconnecting. Alert Smith and request security check on number 6. Okay, so the AI is at work in our colony doing something. Looks like the network node is an actual research building, by the way. Long winter. 2 colonists bump into each other accidentally. A heated argument follows. It's not the first one. This damn long cold wave has everybody on edge. We have to do something about the sanity of our colonists. All effects will last until the end of the cold wave. So, they'll consume 100% more food and take less sanity damage. Leave it to the doctors, or we can say, let's party. Space bars and casinos will restore 5 sanity on visit. You know what? Let's just say warm food and a warm bed are the answer, because we have lots of food. We've got 3 souls remaining. I think we'll be all right. Cross your fingers. I'm glad we finally have the network node up. Core rare metals. What do we have here? Uncovers extremely rich underground rare metal deposits. Oh, okay, I guess. Not the most exciting of the options, unfortunately. I mean, it's rare metals, so that is a money-making opportunity. I'm not going to downplay that too much, but I wanted the old people to work, man. All right, we're at 2.1k research per soul, blasting through research projects, including lake crafting, which is a fairly substantial project. So the fact that we're already at 10%, having just started it, is pretty awesome. I'm liking that a good deal. Getting close to the 3 soul remaining mark on the cold wave. Tell you what, let's see what we can do. All right. We only have 4 people that we can bring down now. If we were to change the age group to allow for middle age, that would allow... Oh, that we actually are allowing for middle age right now. Wow, holy crap. Let's go back to cutting that off then. So which... Hang on. Let's take a quick look. Which flaw is the strong one right now? Chronic condition we could remove. They lose health each day. We could let loners in, but our domes are fairly populated, so that wouldn't necessarily be the best idea. I guess chronic condition? I don't know. Double sanity loss from disasters. let's say yes to the cowards. Now we can bring a few more down. I'm going to go ahead and launch. That's excluding middle-aged folks. Yes, they'll freak out if we have a disaster, but we're moving into a phase where there are fewer disasters. So hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. Meanwhile, they're going to arrive on Mars and it's going to be cold in the middle of a disaster. The irony of that is not lost on me. All right, we are just about at the 3 soul mark. Already up to 20% for lake crafting. I don't know where we're going to put our first lake. Decisions. Put it over here. Or we could put it here where we're going to have another dome. I kind of want to have a lake, like, I might want to wait to place the dome that's going to go here before I place the lake, or place the lake like over this direction. That's a possibility. Yeah, that could work. We might do it over here. I think this is not normally frozen terrain either. All right, how are we doing on stored power? Yeah, we're still fine. We've gotten through this relatively unscathed. We're now scanning the last few zones over here that we haven't already. And then we have a bunch to scan over this direction. Deep scanning to begin. All right, we're going to land these guys over here where they could potentially help with the electronics production. Notice that we are just like completely okay on electronics at this point. We're staying above the threshold, and hopefully once we have sustainable architecture researched, it will get even better. All right, so those folks are literally running through the cold to that dome. Not sure why. But if they take up positions producing machine parts, then I'll take it. Or they might be producing electronics. All right, Dragon number 1 is already loading up some rare resources. I will let it do that, because we're producing them fast enough to justify that. But where do we have another rare deposit? Over here, and over there. We're going to need to think about that before too long.
Sector scanned.
Okay, not finding a lot in our final scans in the opposite corner of the map. Sorry, I was just studying the screen for a moment. Taking a look at our various... Yeah, that's not... I mean, we have 3,626, but it climbs during the day, so that's not an issue. That building isn't working for what reason, though? Because we're all full up once again here. We need to be able to do something with our waste rock. Yeah, got lost in thought for a moment there. Thinking about next couple of things that I need to do in this series, as well as other channel-related items. Ooh, all right. Sorry, I'm back. Let's see. We're going to wait for you to load up one. Well, no, we're not. Go ahead and launch. We don't have any more to load up. And I'd rather that go to continued electronics production just in case. Now, it's saying power is low, but that's not really true. We should make it through one more night, and then we'll be done with this. Because we have 1 soul and 12 hours remaining. The only downside of all of this really is that these buildings haven't been running at night, so we've been losing a little bit of the impact of our work there. Now, it looks like I might have enough to justify building an additional carbonate processor. Come on now. Thank you. Yeah, I do. Let's wait until the cold wave's over, but we're going to build another carbonate processor, which will help us boost the atmosphere faster. Because we have 2 temperature boosters, but only 1 carbonate processor. And eventually we're going to have to do some other things to help the atmosphere keep climbing, but 2 carbonate processors would be a good place to start. Okay, we are 64% of the way through lake crafting, but as you can see, we are losing our outsourcing benefits. 2/3 of the way there, very good. This is a killer cold wave. Really is lasting the entire episode.
Resources are low.
Appropriate, though, given the series title. All right, so it's saying we're low on food resources, but that's only because of the amount of food we're consuming right now. I don't think that it will stay that way once the cold wave ends. Food consumption should get cut in half, so we should go back to being in good shape. Okay, let's go ahead and outsource one more time. Or twice more, rather. There we go. I wonder if we're going to get a benefit for surviving the cold wave without any problems, without losing any colonists or having any colonists leave or have any sanity breakdowns or anything like that. I hope we do, because that would be cool. All right, 19 hours remaining, so it's going to be in the middle of the night tonight that this thing shuts off. I'm going to go ahead and give the order for the new carbonate processor. I think we're ready. Okay, we're going to plug it in right there. Well, can we do another one there? No, we can't. Or can we do another one? Okay. So let's put the second one there for now. It's going to take a moment to get that thing built, because that's a lot of concrete and metals that are required. Oh, speaking of metals, hang on. There's more to be done over here. Oh yeah, so much stuff visibly on the ground. Let's go ahead and just load up all the things. We've scanned all sectors. We gained some research for that. All right, lake crafting is now available to us. That's a pretty big deal. Unload
Ned Smith
here.
from Netsky just sent us a letter of apology. He seems more worried about our reaction than anything else.
Commander, I want to apologize about the glitch in number 6's communication UI disturbing your privacy. We've run through diagnostics and removed the problem. No contamination in the colony systems was detected. The project continues to work in the contained environment of the node. Now for the good news. We applied the first stock market predictions from number 6, and the commercial results were stunning. Please find the invoice with your share of the profits below. I hope it will help you realize the possibilities and omit the accident from your monthly report. Gained 500 million funding, and we can build additional network nodes to advance project number 6. Apology accepted-ish. All right. Oh, and isn't that nice? Look how much money we have, guys, for project number 6, or thanks to project number 6. 666 million. Nothing bad is going to happen whatsoever. Why would we think that? All right. So we finished lake architecture, and we're now 17% of the way into sustainable architecture. That will, again, also help with our economy a good bit. I'm going to go ahead and give the order to build, let's see, a lake. And we're going to do a huge lake, or do a large lake or a huge lake? That's the question. And these have a couple of different shapes. I like the idea of having just a massive one over here. That overlaps a deposit, though, so maybe not a huge lake. Let's do a large lake. How about that? Okay, so if we build it there, let's put it a little bit closer. Well, yeah, right about there should be good. And then if we... Okay. There we go. All right, so that's going to start filling up pretty soon. And with that being keyed up, I'm going to stop this episode here. We are going to have that lake filling with water by the, well, actually in the next couple of instances, in the next couple of moments here, because we just need this concrete and the machine parts for it to kick into place. But in the next one, we're going to get this carbonate processor built. There's a lot of resources that need to get flown around in order for this to happen. And it is actually slightly out of the range of that drone hub. I didn't realize that, so I might move it somewhat. Yeah, tell you what. Let's put it in a new position before I do anything else here. Carbonate processor. We want it in the same configuration as the first one. Okay. All right, so it is on cold terrain, unfortunately, right now, because it's, you know, in a frozen spot. But, all right, so that's where the current load of resources is. We can have jets fly in and take those. The cold wave has just ended. Let's see what happened there. Long winter. You never thought you'd be so happy to see the red dust of Mars again. The long winter is over. We have survived the cold wave. People are celebrating in the streets. It was quite an ordeal, but we've learned a lot about surviving in the cold. Some of our engineers have come up with a way to improve our subsurface heaters. So subsurface heaters' power consumptions have been halved. Very nice. And 15 morale for 5 entire days. That's freaking cool. I'm going to go ahead and shut down our subsurface heaters so that we can have a power surplus again. And on that note, I will stop this episode here. In the next one, we're going to get that carbonate processor built in the right place. And we are also going to get our very first liquid water flowing on the surface of Mars, and maybe even potentially get some more seed production going so that we can have some greenery starting up around it. But the water will do that itself to a certain degree as the planet continues to develop. So things are going to start to turn green for the next little while, and I'm excited to keep this going. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.